Welcome back to another episode of Streetpreneur Podcast, the podcast for innovative entrepreneurs. I'm Melvin McNeil, and I'm your host. I have a very special guest today. His name is Lee Patterson of LAP Investments, and he's here today to talk about real estate investing, also in credit and business funding for entrepreneurs, and also for aspiring entrepreneurs and just people who want to build their credit and get started in the real estate industry in general. Welcome to Streetpreneur Podcast, Mr. Patterson.
Yes, sir. What's up? Thank you for having me. I appreciate that.
Okay, how was your trip here?
It was good. It's good. It's Atlanta. It's always traffic, and it's Friday.
Yeah.
But we get busy still.
So we understand you've been in the real estate industry for how many years? And
Going on about 10 years now.
okay, what's the
Yeah.
name of your company, the new company that you started?
So LAP is my original company, but I'm doing I got a school community called Credit to Real Estate, where I teach people how to take the credit and go to purchase their first piece of real estate or income producing asset.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And what started you to get started? I mean, to get interested and even get involved in the real estate industry? And what was the first piece of property that you purchased?
Man, so that's an awesome question.
Kind of a two-part question.
Yeah. Man, I got sick and tired of being sick and tired and wanted to get out of the rat race. So I started to study what the rich do. And you learn that they all have some piece of real estate in their portfolio. And of course, we hear about how valuable real estate is and how that's the cheat code, but nobody really shares the secret of how to get into that.
Okay.
And so once I kind of cracked the initial code of how to actually just buy a house, which, you go to the bank, say, all right, what do I got to do to go purchase my first home, right? Because a realtor won't even show you a property until you qualify.
Yes.
Right? So I go to bank regardless. And so I go to bank, they say, well, you got to have good credit. Then we need to see your W-2. Then we need to see you make enough money. Then we'll qualify you based off of that. So I'm like, all right, let me see what my credit looking like. Let me go get them pulled and stuff of that nature. And then I just start studying other stuff like not credit hacks, but housing hacks. Like, they was like, start out with a fourplex. If you can't, then 3, then 2, then just get the biggest house you can find and then rent out the rooms, right? Because your first property would be the cheapest one you can get. That's the cheapest one you can get, bringing the least amount of money. And then I figured out how to bring $0 to the table, which is what I teach now, which is my niche now, on how to bring $0 to the table. So my first purchase was a house in Oconee County. It's actually one of the best school districts in the state of Georgia now. And that was my first purchase, and I purchased right when the bubble busted in 2008.
Right. How much was that purchase?
It's $170. Nothing crazy, but that was a good bit of money back then. But it also was a great area. It was a brand new house. It was probably 2,000 square feet. It's the biggest house I ever owned, probably still to this day, because now everything I buy now, I just rent it out anyway. So I got it, sold it in 2013, went into like the restaurant business. And so
how did you get involved and connected with the restaurant?
Man, through a buddy of mine, just trying to grow, man, just trying to evolve. And then I realized, like,
so you had your real estate, that first piece of property first, and then you
correct.
When you invested with him, you all became partners in the restaurant industry, or?
Yeah. So, yeah, for the most part. And so that was kind of around the time when the founder came out. I started talking about McDonald's. So I started to understand, like, wow, it's really not about the restaurant. It's about the land that it's on.
Okay.
All right.
How long was the restaurant open?
It was a franchise. It was Zaxby's.
Oh.
Yeah. So we went and just took over a whole bunch of Zaxby's, just bought from people who were just ready to get out, kind of like what I do now with real estate. And so we were buying in Arkansas, and so we took over about 8 stores in Arkansas. Just went through them and just cleaned them up, value add on them, stuff like that. And then once we got to turn over, I was like, man, this is great, but this is not the life I envisioned, right? Because it still involved me. You know what I'm saying? Like, the money was good.
It was more time consuming.
More time consumed.
A lot of hours, I'm sure you're
correct.
to that. Yeah.
So I was like, you know what, let me just get my own real estate, start my own portfolio and just deal with a family or a person. You know what I'm saying? You know, in the franchise and in restaurant, you're dealing with vendors, customers,
Yeah.
employees, city.
Right.
You know, you're dealing with a whole different animal. So that's why I pivoted to just commercial and just residential real estate because it was just way more
Okay.
simple.
And how many properties now do you currently have in your portfolio?
So I have to think about that every time somebody asks, 'cause I'm always buying, and I'm usually counting by the doors, right? Because I'm in a college town. Most of my properties in college town. So I have about 20 doors in Athens. I bought my parents' house, my brother's house in Texas, and I purchased a house or condo in Dubai. That's sure because I visited Dubai a lot, and I was able to get residency there.
Okay.
And the real estate is crazy there. Like the way you purchase it is completely different from America. And
Just kind of walk us through the steps briefly of purchasing that property in Dubai.
oh, so I had a girl down there.
Same way you have to go through bank financing.
No,
Or it's
no,
totally different. So.
no. So what they call these are offsite buys plans that you do where you literally you buy and then they build it, or it's part
So
of
you buy the land and then they build.
no. So everything's high rises, right? You're not buying a house or something that's low. Everything's high rises there, right? It's a big city.
Okay.
So these are future developments, and so mine will be ready in what is it now? It's 2025, so it'll be Q2 2026. It'll be ready.
Okay.
But that's the cheapest way to get in and buy it, right? Because you know it's gonna take about a year and a half for it's even done. Actually, I should be getting an update on it. So anywho, you go there and you put a deposit down, and then you pay 10% of the purchase price every month,
Okay.
right? Until you reach 50%. Once you reach 50%, you don't pay again until they turn over the keys. So then you can either pay it in full or you can get a mortgage on it. Make sense?
Yeah.
And so honestly, the day I signed, I had equity in it. Until right now, I think I talked to my broker there, and she said, I don't suggest you sell it, but if you wanted to right now, you got 70,000 plus in equity in it right now. So it's almost just it's cool in the sense that like you can it's almost like a savings a safe savings account where I can put it there. My dollars appreciate. I'm not making any money on it yet, but I'm getting to that point.
Right.
Sure, for sure. So I understand that. So this is not for everybody. Don't get me wrong. Like,
Yeah.
but you got to see the long term players like stocks. Like you know why a lot of people don't do stocks because they don't understand that it's a long term game. Like there are some short term stocks you do, but if you that's not your thing, you got to be willing to put your money in and let it sit. Especially, so I invest in S&P. You know, it outperforms. It performs well over
Right.
10 years.
So are you planning on expanding?
Sure, absolutely.
Well, so what's your overall goal now?
So my overall goal now is the digital product that I was telling you about with my school platform, accredited real estate, because I'm real passionate about teaching. Like I can always buy property. It's just right now, it's kind of at a slower pace, just for the simple fact that I'm focused on bringing value to the community.
And how many members are currently in your school community?
Man, I got two. I got a free and a paid. And so they both going crazy. And then, like I told you off before we started it, I'm starting a 5-day challenge.
Okay.
Right. And the 5-day challenge is going to be happening at the end of next month, which will be August. And they go crazy.
So what kind of value are y'all mostly teaching?
So
The mostly courses that you can go watch over, replays, or
yeah. So you'll be able to
webinars, or
we'll go live every single day. Well, we'll teach for an hour plus every single day. I'll bring in some of my 7-figure entrepreneur friends. One of my mentors teach. So we'll be teaching on credit, funding, how to start a funding business, commercial real estate, how to buy using zero your money out of pocket. All those things that I wish somebody would have taught me when I first got in. You know.
okay. And in your opinion, what's the biggest difference between good debt and bad debt?
Well, you sound like some Dave Ramsey stuff over here. So good debt, this is kind of stuff I ask my students that I'm a coach in the community. So I ask them always ask what's the asset over versus liability. And so, and then also turning, I don't get into debt versus bad debt 'cause they ain't there yet.
Right.
But good debt obviously is debt that is making me money, right? Like it was a big
This kind
argument.
of free examples.
It was a big argument about is a house a good purchase?
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of not. You know what I'm saying? Like if you move by a house right now and it's dependent on your 9 to 5, and you gotta think of it like this: you pay the mortgage, you pay the interest. Something breaks, you pay it.
Taxes.
You pay taxes. I can go on and on. God forbid you live in an HOA
Yeah.
neighborhood, and so that's not an asset. So people go, what about the appreciation? Well, that appreciation not really realized till you go and get an appraisal on it, and then they're only going to give you about 70% of that. And I mean, yeah. But how many people have how many people's property has appraised? It takes a while for you to get the equity back out. That's what I'm trying to say. Like the equity, people are like, well, what about the equity? Well, most time, especially if you buy now, people are paying crazy amount. I can't believe what people are paying for houses. I'm gonna be honest with you. It's pretty crazy. And so that's
Your opinion, your
or my opinion, that's bad debt. But also bad debt is just where it's not an asset to you. It's not making you money. Like everything that I own or even think about investing in, I'd be like, what can it make me? Right? The rich don't ask how much it costs me. They ask how much it'll make. And so that I take the same approach and learning from my mentors. It's like, um, regardless what something costs, if the numbers make sense, people gonna buy. And so that's me. Cause I like, like what we do is all about marketing, bro.
Yeah.
This is the reason why I do these podcasts. Why I really never tell anybody, when it comes to speaking to them, speaking in front of a group,
Yeah.
whatever the case may be, because at the end of the day, you have to have eyes on you. If they can't see you, they can't buy from you.
Yeah.
And so this essentially you just a master
Right.
marketer,
Your own
seller.
brand. Right.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So going back, so what do you consider good debt?
Oh, good debt again is the thing that make you money.
All right.
Hey, things that make you money. Simple as that. It's an asset.
Right. And some of the bad debt that they need to stay away from is what?
Car. I mean, cars is number one, but anything that just costs you, that depreciates, man. Look, I still drive a 2008 Honda, and everybody know it, but it's clean. You know what I'm saying? It runs, and that's been my cheat code. I mean, what's the car payment now? I don't even know what it is, but it's roughly $600 a month if you put in taxes and insurance and whatever else you're gonna do to it. Man, you know what I do with that extra $600? Man, I put that in marketing. I just put that much. Honestly, I put that much in my community, running traffic to my community. It's going crazy, and that actually makes me money. So now I tell people that you'll know when it's time to buy the toys, right? Because my CPA will tell me, like, all right, you got to spend some money.
Okay.
Right? And that's what you ever hear when people are like, oh, you need to write this off, get your car. When they start telling you need to get a car so you can write it off, you should be writing it off anyway, but they'll tell you at some point, like, you need to buy something. And so that's why I'm excited about the digital product for 2 reasons: that I can educate the community, educate people, share with people what I've learned over the last 10 years, and also take that money and put it into an asset.
Okay.
And right, because as business owners, we don't pay taxes if we don't really want to. If you know what I mean, I can go deep into that. Versus the 9 to 5, they take your taxes out, then they pay you.
Right.
We spend our money, and then we decide if we.
What are some of the monetization strategies that you're going to be using with your community?
So like, man,
I know that's going to be paid. Person events and workshops.
For sure. So you make lump sums of money, and I'm talking about lump sums. And so I'm old enough now that I won't blow it. I won't do anything stupid. I'll keep reinvesting into the product, reinvesting into the asset, and then that money, if you put it into real estate, guess what? Again, I control the taxes that I'll end up paying on it, and so that's the play. So I'm looking to, like, I'll be honest, I'm not interested in being an influencer and a mogul.
So you just basically use
Yeah, man. Yeah.
leverage to
Leverage.
just got out other real estate deals.
Yeah, because I mean, even my mentor, he just bought a 100-unit storage. He just finished his 5-day challenge. He made over $500,000. He said, "Watch this play." He showed it step by step. He took the money and he closed on a 100-unit storage the next week. And again, that thing is cash flowing already. And you know how it goes. Like the tax people put all these numbers in, but that $500K that he made, had he not bought something like that, he would have been paying 30% taxes at least on it. You know what I'm saying? So, but by buying that, he can litigate and limit some of the taxes that he ended up
What are some of the
Right.
best investments right now that you're interested in?
investments.
Yeah, besides the storage.
Oh,
else?
yeah. Well, man, look, I don't.
So I know there's real estate.
Yeah, I don't get outside of that. Like you have to become great at one thing before you start
Right.
branching out. I had to learn that at a young age, and that's one of the first things I tell people. But honestly, right now it would be just upscaling the real estate to more commercial. You know what I'm saying? More multifamily. 'Cause at the end of the day, like, what is it? How much do you need to live comfortably? You know what I'm saying? I'm not a young guy. I'm not into a whole lot of flashy things. I mean, I've traveled the world. I do what I want to do. I make enough now. That's why I tell people, like, I make enough now. Like, I ain't even on my webinar. Like, I don't need your money, but I wish somebody was selling me something this cheap when I was in the game, coming in the game, just giving this much value,
Right.
right? Because I'm straight whether you join my
Mhm.
community or not, but you need to join somebody's community.
Right.
And I think mine is one of the best.
Mhm.
So if you join me, I know we can help you get to where you want to be.
Okay. And what exactly is that you're teaching in the community?
So
So just coming in.
yeah.
I got like a 700 credit score. I want to invest in my first property. What is it that you?
Well, if you
it's-
probably have
it's-
a 700 credit score, you probably wouldn't be in my free community.
Okay.
Maybe you would, but my free community, I'm just giving away stuff that I wish that they gave me in high
Yeah.
school.
Yeah. It's just
Yeah,
coming in.
I-
It's just interested.
Sure.
Want to see what it's about.
Yeah, because nobody knows who I am.
Right.
yet.
That's what I'm saying.
You know what I'm saying? So like, why would they buy from me? So, you know this, you have to give value. That's why people get samples of food or stuff like that to let you test wear shoes.
Okay.
You got to show the value in what you're selling. And so I give away the free community and I get, hey, if you want to take this to the next level, use your credits to leverage to get um, income producing assets or real estate. Because I have to make sure I say income producing asset because I know everybody's not into real estate. I get it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And real estate is not easy. Like you got to have the hustle, you got to have the drive.
Who are some of the as far as your community? What does that make of? Is that consist of what type of entrepreneurs? Like you just mentioned, some are in real estate, but not all the people in your community are in real estate.
Oh, you said what other things are they interested in or they doing?
Which entrepreneurs are there?
Oh, you got restaurant.
What's the
Yeah, you got mom and pop stuff. You got
Yeah.
want a lot of people come in because they need money for marketing.
Okay.
That's a lot of stuff. Like for instance, like in my community, like a lot of my success stories, like my barber, my real estate, my insurance guy.
Okay.
Like man, he used his and he scaled his business to like he's one of the top insurance guys in the country. Like he's over in UK right now with the company on some kind of trip. So he's killing it, man. So again, some of my biggest success stories is actually some of the closest people to me that I was able to just get his game to, because they saw what I was doing with it. They're like, hey, you killing. I'm like, man, you should just do the same thing and you can scale your
Yeah,
business.
that's true. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And just what type of properties would you consider for beginners that they should invest in first? Your opinion.
Yeah. So like I said, so the cheat code / housing hack is start FHA loan, right? FHA loan would be the cheapest money you have to bring to the table when sometimes you don't have to bring anything, but it's usually about 3%, right?
Right.
And so you could purchase up to a fourplex when dealing with FHA loan, and you can actually use it to get a fourplex, threeplex, duplex, or a single house. And if you do single house, and you're young enough, I go, get the biggest house that the money can afford
Right.
and rent the rooms out.
Okay.
And if at the end of the day, at least you be staying for free.
Yeah, that's true.
You feel me? And so that's usually the biggest advice that I give people getting into the game. And also just get good at finding deals. At the end of the day, it's all about finding deals, which I encourage people to learn how to wholesale. You don't have to wholesale, but if you learn how to, then you can wholesale and just learn how to find a good deal, right? Because if you're wholesaling, you find a deal, putting under contract and selling to an end buyer, getting paid in the middle.
Yeah.
Meaning that you got it for a better deal than the people that you selling it to, which is a fix and flipper. Which means there's got to be meat on the bone for them to buy it. So that means you got it for almost the second cheapest price. The actual owner has it for a cheap price. They either don't know what they got or they don't have the money to rehab it.
Okay.
So you as a wholesaler come in and you buy it, and then you run your numbers, and then you sell it to the end buyer, and hopefully there should be enough meat on the bone that they could take it and rehab it and sell it and get a profit.
Okay.
Yeah, so that makes sense. So even if you don't wholesale,
You still
those whole tactics and those principles will help them find their first property, and they'll already know how to run numbers.
right. And how important is business funding? Let's kind of touch on business funding and what do you know in that space? What do
That's,
you recommend to your community?
yeah, business funding is what took
Yeah.
it changed my life. I put it like that, changed my life. Yeah, the FHA got me started, but the business funding changed my life because I ran out of money.
Right.
Right? My first house, I didn't have to bring anything. The next one, I spent every dollar I had from my savings. I even tell the story all the time. Like I had to wait till I got paid to close on it because I
Yeah.
needed some of that money.
Right.
And so it was the biggest check I wrote to that time. It was like $19K. I bought a fourplex. I actually just sold it for almost $500,000.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And so took that. So that business funding also allowed me to scale way faster because now I got access to money that I don't have to ask for. Right? You're like, you don't have to beg the banks for this money. They're just looking at your profile. If your profile is built out properly and things are done right, this is so simple. Like
What were some of the biggest mistakes that you made
not getting a mentor soon enough.
that you learned from that cost you money?
Yeah, not getting a mentor soon enough. I tell people, if you don't want to pay me to mentor you, pay somebody because you're going to pay either in mistakes or you're going to pay a mentor to get there faster.
Okay. And just how important was that mentor? When did you receive your first mentorship?
Mm.
When did you first get involved?
Within a year. Like I'm stupid, but I ain't that stupid. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm like, all right, I ain't making that mistake no more. And I want to move a little bit faster.
Right.
Right. And then it's the age of the internet. So there's always people pitching something. So you're hearing an idea. And so I'll kind of just do my research on them, do my homework on them. And then I either purchase their course or just keep looking. But sometimes when I hear people say something, I'll go look at other people to see who else is doing it.
Right.
To see who I vibe with the most, to see who I resonate with the most. And then I'll go and invest with them or purchase from them, hop on a phone call, look at their testimonies. Like, there's certain things you got to do.
Do your due diligence.
Got to do your due
research.
diligence. Always.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
And what are some of the top business credit cards that you were using that really help you?
The Amex and the Chase, right? The Chase play, they get the best because you can get 0% funding with that.
Okay.
And then Amex, they just give crazy limits. You know what I'm saying? They even got cards with no limits. And so those were the first ones that I went after because as I was taught, there was like 3 tiers of credit cards. You got your big dogs, tier 1, which is them with Bank of America, Discover, all them, just to give it stupid rewards. I mean, that's why I travel the world for free. You know what I'm saying? Just doing stuff I usually do with my regular business and accumulating points. Then you got your tier 2 credit card, which is your regional banks like Regions, Truist, the one that everybody knows.
Delta Credit.
Yeah, for sure. And then then you got your credit unions as a tier 3. So that's how we teach people how to leverage 0% funding for 3 years. Like we show you how to get free money for up to 3 years because all we do is a balance transfer when that 12 months is 12 to 17 months is up, right? Because City will give you they give you like crazy amount of time, like 17 months. Like I've seen some as many as almost 20, 21 months, like just crazy money for 0%. And so if you don't understand interest and taxes, I always tell people those are some of the first things you got to learn because those are 2 of the biggest expenses in your life.
Okay.
right?
Let's kind of touch on mindset.
Okay.
What do you teach your community as far as positive mindset and being able to
Yeah.
maintain focus as well as discipline? Discipline also plays a
For
role
sure.
in there. So, and what is your mindset philosophy that you implement?
Yeah, I'm glad you brought that up because I don't even we don't even get started. Like that's the first thing we talk about. I don't talk about all this stuff we just went over first. Talk about the mindset. Cause one, you get in this, you'll blow the play. You know what I'm saying? Like I even ask people like, what is your plans with this? Like I can't stop them, but
Yeah.
what's your plans for this? Like I don't need no people coming in acting like this a PPP loan. You know what I'm saying? And just running.
Get this Hellcat.
Yeah, right. So I ask them that, and that's why I kind of go like, yeah, I could teach you how to go from credit to real estate. And then obviously, if you're not in that realm, I go, all right, I'll show you how to get your first income producing asset. So we got to make sure we run the play right.
Okay.
So the mindset is stupid crazy when it comes to this because again, if your mind ain't right, your money will never be right. You know that.
Yeah, that's true.
Mhm.
That's true. And how did you come up with the concept credit to real estate?
Remember, we were brainstorming some stuff,
Yeah, it
and
caught my attention. I'm like,
yeah, and trying to come up with a catchy name for the 5-day challenge, right? Because like you said, it sounds catchy and it kind of caught your attention. So when I'm teaching this, people like, oh, cool. Let me hear more. Like, yeah, I want to hear how you go from credit to real estate. You know what I'm saying? And so because it can't be too long, you know what I'm saying? So it had to be short and catchy, and so we were able to come up with that. We narrowed it down from several names, but it fit what I do in my niche, and my niche has been just taking my credit, man. Like credit's changed my life, bro. I'm gonna be honest with you, straight up. Like I'm not here without learning how to leverage my credit. OPM, right? When somebody said that OPM and you OPP, like what? No, he's like other people's money. I'm like, oh, okay.
So,
Tell me more. You know,
yeah. When you first started in real estate, your credit score was what?
it wasn't bad.
Yeah.
So credit score is just a part of it. It's the whole profile. See, I always knew like, all right, don't be stupid, bro. Pay people back, pay on time. Like I knew those simple things. I didn't understand increase.
Right.
I didn't understand all those other nuances. I didn't understand utilization because there's 5 factors of credit. I didn't understand all 5 of them. I knew 3 of them
Right.
because those was just common sense. Pay people back
Right.
and pay on time. Everybody know that, but most people don't, which is crazy to me. You know what I'm saying? And so, yeah, once I got those things down with the credit part,
Mm-hmm.
because I'm like I can check the list off type deal. And like I was telling you, the thing in this business, they're not asking for W-2s or bank statement. These are no doc. This is no documentation money. I don't know about you, but I was like, all right, give me the list. Go down that list, submit to the bank, and well, now we got banking reps. I don't even do that stuff. Like when you come to my program, we got a whole team. We got banking reps, you know, and they run it, and we know we're gonna get approved, and we know we're gonna get high limits depending on how old your LLC is, and you can do primaries on those. You can do whatever. You know what I'm saying? So there's ways to really just maximize
Right.
the funding process.
So it's really no excuse.
It's no excuse. That's why I think that's why I talk the way I talk. How I talk with the honesty. That's why I'm not afraid to share the failures that I've had in this business, the mistakes I've made in this business. Like you asked me what the big mistake, not getting a mentor soon enough. Thinking I can kind of figure it out and wing it or being cheap or whatnot. And what I learned is money loves speed.
Right. And how much did that first mentorship cost?
$15,000, the most money I ever shelled out of my life. You know what I'm saying? Like I wasn't playing. Like you gonna take this stuff serious. Like you have to go all in. You know, somebody like, oh, I'll show you how to blah 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 blah. 'Cause here's the thing too. The mentorship taught me how to use 0% funding to acquire high limit credit card. The bank wasn't. I couldn't walk into the bank and go, hey man, I need 200K. Oh, let's see W-2 and bank statement. I wasn't making that kind of money.
Right.
Okay, now I can go to them same banks, but through the credit card, get approved faster and no documentation.
Yeah.
I tell people we don't make the rules up. We just play them and
Right.
play by them well. You know what I'm saying? And that's the thing. Like that intrigued me. It intrigued me that I can go to the same bank, get the same or more money with less documentation. That blew my mind. That's why again, there's no excuse, man. Nobody, I say this a lot. Nobody's coming to save us. Nobody.
That's true. And so after this, of course, right now you're focused on digital products. And what is your next move? What's next for your company that you?
Just expanding into the multi-family, just because the more multi is all just doors in one spot.
Okay.
So having all these doors in one spot, again, man, like
And just
I make really good money, but I tell people I want to be in a point where I can help whoever, whenever, however.
So you're going more into the educational.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it because it's a product that I make once.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
How much is your community?
Like my community is less than $2 a day. It's $39, man.
Oh yeah. Okay.
You know what I'm saying? That's why, like, again, that's why I talk with the confidence. I move the way I move, and I don't really have a lot of pity for people. Nobody have pity for me. So I'm like, if you're not willing to invest $39 a month in yourself, and I even give it for cheaper if you buy it for the whole year, it's discounted even cheaper. I was like, man, I don't know nobody else is out there where you can have access to me via the community and get a one-on-one call with me to strategize what it is you want to do and try to do.
Right.
Yeah.
And what advice do you have with people who have poor credit, who want to get involved in the real estate?
Credit can be fixed no matter what.
You offer them to get on the right track.
Yeah, get your credit fixed. If you don't know how to fix your credit, you can join my free community, and I teach you how to do that. If you want us to clean it for you, you can join my VIP community, and we got a guy in there to take care of you and get you linked up. I got a DIY software for you, where you can do it yourself. I mean, like, I tried to wipe all the excuses away, bro. Again, I gave everything that I wish somebody would have taught me when I came into the game. And I don't go too deep in, especially on podcasts, because it's a lot.
Yeah.
But there's steps.
Right.
But it's worth it.
Right.
You feel me? So I'm just like, if you invest
and do exactly what's step by step what it ain't taught, you will be successful.
Yeah. And I tell people, like, you won't regret investing in yourself.
That's true.
You just won't, unless you just doubt yourself. Like, I'm always bet on me. I'm always bet on Lee.
All right. And is there anything else that you want the general public to know at this time? You also mentioned a lot about God and religion.
For sure.
Some of your other posts.
Look, man, I be
other podcasts.
Yeah.
Has God played a role in your life into taking you where you were years ago to where you are now in your success?
Yeah, like I said, I'm from Longview, Texas, man, and I'm not gonna say we were in the mud, but now that I can reflect and look back on where I was from, man, like I ain't get out of there by myself.
That's true.
I'd be a fool to sit here and on this podcast and tell your audience it was me. I'm self-made. It was about, I did this.
Yeah.
Come on, man, because I can walk out here this door today and somebody will sue me and take it all or try. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? So I know God has called me to this purpose, or it wouldn't succeed, and it wouldn't be a passion on my heart, and a desire. And so I like to keep it real in all aspects, on the good, the bad, the ugly, and the challenges, and to lean it on my faith, right? Because if you don't believe in, you don't have to believe in that God that I serve, but you better believe in something.
Right.
You know what I mean? And so, like, I tell people, like, I know what Jesus done for me, and it started with dying on the cross. You know what I mean? And then just giving me favor in this space, giving me an opportunity to be an entrepreneur, because it's not for everybody. You know that. You know what I'm saying? It's not easy, but it's worth it.
Yes.
And I tell people this is what the other side of risk look like.
Okay.
Right? This is when you take a risk, you bet on yourself, and you believe in the God you serve, and that you've been called to this purpose, a great commission. Like I tell them, like I believe God has a great commission for all of us. And it's probably for you, it might be this podcast, for you being able to just share your platform with people and to bring people on to actually even share.
Changing their lives and what.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, you might not know it all, but you don't have to know it all. You can provide a platform so people who actually know it can tell it.
Right.
Because I'm sure you probably get like, man, like that episode was fire, bro. Like, where you find him at? Like, that's what I needed to hear. And that's the cool thing about what we do, man. I might never know the lives that I impact or I influence until we reach the afterlife. You know what I'm saying?
That's true. You'll definitely be here to inspire other people.
Yeah.
Your message will be here.
Well, I tell people you want to inspire before you expire.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
I
saying?
like that.
Yeah. So something a buddy of mine, that's what he always said. I want to inspire before my desire is to inspire before I expire. I think that's how I go. Yeah, I'm about to look that up. But yeah.
Yeah. Is there anything else that you want to give to the general public or aspiring business owners? Somebody's on the fence right now. They kind of confused. They want to be involved in entrepreneurship and real estate, but just don't know where to go to make that next move. Just kind of give 5 tips of advice for entrepreneurs.
Oh, okay. 5. You see, you gave me
What
no,
3?
yeah. Number 1, get a mentor.
Okay.
Right? Get a mentor and be teachable.
That's true.
All right. Number 2, be prepared to put the work in. You know, like I don't complain about this drive. I mean, this is what I prayed for.
Yes.
So for me to get here, like, oh man, bro, man, I can't believe I had to drive up here, man. It sucked. Did what I prayed for, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like this,
success.
like I was finished up a call before we got on here, man. So for me, it's just like this is what I prayed for. So for me to sit here and complain and or not want to take these calls from people and deal with some of the issues, like this is what I prayed for, you know. And so, and number 3, man, get plugged in, man. If you don't know Jesus, give him a try. I always tell people, give him a try. And if you don't like him, the devil will gladly take you back. You know, because I mean, you gotta believe in something, man. Because there's obviously people know this. It's a battle for our souls, man. Just look at what's going on out here with the depression and the things that people are turning to as their idols and their gods. You know, like and just position your heart, like where your treasure is, where your heart. So it's like I said, it's not about the money. You know what I'm saying? It can't be about the money because that money come and go. Inflation eating that up.
Yeah, it does.
You know what I'm saying? So my heart is with the people. My heart is to serve. My heart is to give people what I wish I would have had when I first came in. And there's just I don't know, just a desire and a burning passion that's on my mind and heart is to just to live it out and be that example, man, that if you bet on yourself, you walk the walk, talk the talk, live with integrity, give God the praise, right? Because it is not about me. Look, I tell people all the time, man, it ain't nothing special about me, bro. There's nothing special about me. You could be doing the same thing, you know? And so those are I think I gave you, that was 4. And then 5.
And one more.
And 5, let's not least, take care of yourself, man. Your health is wealth.
Oh, yeah.
Health is wealth, man. Like a lot of people look at me and like, oh man, I can't believe you about to be 48. And like, I run every day. I drink my water every day. You know what I'm saying? Like I try to take care of myself. I don't put a lot of the BS in my system. You know what I'm saying? I keep it as clean as I can. I got my vices, you know, I eat a bunch of ice cream, but you know what I'm saying? I try to do my
Push it off to balance it out.
Right. Correct. Yes, sir.
Yeah. All right. Let them know again, when is your workshop? What is the date of the workshop?
Workshop is the end of August, the last week in August. And you can find the link to that in my Instagram. My Instagram is Lee A. Patterson. Across everything is Lee A. Patterson, TikTok, LinkedIn, everything. Facebook, Lee A. Patterson. You can find me, and then you can join my school community. Yep. So we getting busy, man. We cranking it up. Probably about to see all my advertising, my paid ads coming through. A lot of those social media mediums. So yeah, man, we getting busy. We get busy over here.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, man. Well, appreciate you taking time out of your schedule to come on the show today and drop those gems and drop those, give us that information that we need to learn more about you, more about your programs, more about how you serve the community. And we want to thank you for coming out on Streetpreneur Podcast.
Yes, sir.
And we look forward to having you back because I know within the next 5 years, you're going to have a whole real estate empire. Sure, it's going to be international.
Yes, sir.
And so, thank you again for coming out. I want to thank all those who tuned in today to watch this episode, and I hope you learned something about real estate. Definitely give Mr. Patterson a call, join his school community, join the academy, also attend his workshops. And we want to thank you all for watching today. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and we'll definitely see you here next week for another episode right here on Streetpreneur Podcast. Thank you.